Alright, Stevie P Gaming coming at you with Khazan Part 2. I gotta do a Part 2. My gameplay sucked in the first one. I was talking about how great the combat was, but I was in the very beginning of the game. Look, and I was obsessed with people calling these Souls-likes, and it's pissing me off. It still pisses me off, but that's not what this video is about. Alright? This plays more like Neo, or like God of War, or like a Ninja Gaiden. Hack and slash genre does not get enough credit for some of these games. It's blending together with action RPGs. That's why they say hack and slashes are dying, because they're not dying, but they're evolving. They're mixing together with this stuff. You just don't have your traditional hack and slash anymore. They're blending together with action RPGs. And I hate to say it, but Souls-like because of Elden Ring. Because of Elden Ring, if it wasn't for Elden Ring, I don't think we would have as much of this going on, or people saying it. But I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna talk the whole video about it. Alright, so let's go over some things here. Now, I want to go over the difficulty. Now, people are complaining about the difficulty. I'm honestly not sure what they're complaining about for a few reasons here. One, I don't think this is a very difficult game compared to like some of the other games that are in this genre. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's definitely not easy, but none of these games are going to be easy. None of them. But I think this is easier than any of the Neo games. I think it's easier than Wo Long. You notice what I said there? Comparing the game to the games in this genre. I didn't compare it to Souls-like. I compared it to Neo. I compared it to Wo Long. Because that's the genre of games we're talking about here, right? We're not talking about Souls-like, all right? Neo, Wo Long, very, very difficult games, all right? So the fans of these games want a difficult game. That's what people don't understand. But we got difficulty settings here. So if you want to put it on beginner, you can put it on beginner. I'm not even sure what this really does, because this guy isn't that hard on normal. So I don't know. I need to get somebody that hasn't played the game, or somebody that isn't good at these types of games, and see if it's actually any easier. But look guys, normal is not that hard. I mean, most of the bosses up to this point of the game I beat on like my second or third try. Some I beat on my first try. So I would actually like to try a harder difficulty, but there was one boss I was stuck on, probably a skill check boss. I died 5 times, and then I used the summons and I beat him. I couldn't beat him solo, but you know, if you get stuck, just bring in a summons. Now you might say, well, this guy doesn't do any damage. It's not the fact that he's doing any damage, it's he draws the boss's aggro, which gives you a second to breathe. You can heal. Alright, editing Steve here. Look, I'm sorry about my audio. I've been struggling with it, but trying to heal. Alright, I've been struggling with my audio, but let's go over some things. We got some camera issues here. This is like, I know I keep talking about Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo. It's kind of weird that we got one of the problems popping up here that people mention in their games. We got camera issues. There are some serious camera issues in this game. So just be aware of that. Most of the time it's not a big deal, but in this style of game where you have these tight corners, you know, and these fire arrows, oh my god. These guys shooting the fire arrows at you, and even if you block it, it still causes fire damage. It's one of the most frustrating parts of the games. I know I was just saying the game was so easy, and most of the time it is. The level design and some of the fire arrow guys and the elemental damage on these fire arrows, but this is just one thing I'm struggling at this very point in the game, and I'm not very far. This might be a very big game. There might be other issues like this going forward. Now, I got through it. I got through it, and I'm not. It's a tiny complaint, guys. It's a really small complaint. I can forgive them for that. All right, let's talk about some of these cutscenes, dude. I actually watched some of these cutscenes. The music is good, the atmosphere is good, the graphics are good. I love this art style. It fits this game so perfectly. It's done so freaking well, and I'm not a fan of cel shaded and cartoon looking games. I am not. But this is done so well. It's so good. Whether we're talking about the game or the cutscenes, it's really good. Editing Steve here, look, they shut this studio down. The audio design, this is such a good game. And they closed this studio down because of what? The sales numbers? I don't know how much this sold, but oh my God, this is such a good game. I haven't played a game in this genre as good as this game in maybe forever. Like, it's so good. It's almost better than any of the Neo games because of the art and the audio design and what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say something. The graphics, in my opinion, are better than the first two Neo games, at least, but they were on the PS4. But this is crisp and clear, and the colors. I don't know how to explain it, but this is really crisp and clear, and the colors pop really well. If you couldn't tell, I really love this game. I absolutely love this game. If we're talking about one of the best games of all time in this genre, in my genre of games, this genre that I created for myself, this would be right up there, so close to the top. The only problem is I said this about Wu Chang, and I said it, no, I didn't say it about Stellar Blade. I said it about Wu Chang though. But at the time, I felt like it was. I felt like Wu Chang was that good. You can see here, I'm sorry. I said it about Wo Long too, but the problem with Wo Long was that the level design and everything, and I mean the graphics were kind of there, but when I said it about Wo Long, I was just referring to the combat, all right? Just the combat. It was so good. I wasn't wrong. I can't help it, guys. When I really love a game and I'm enjoying it more than any game I've ever played before, I want to say it's the best game in the genre. And then another game comes out and I want to say that's the best game in the genre. And that's what happens. And maybe another game will come out later and I'll say that's the best one in the genre. But that's what this game is doing to me right now. It's saying I am the best game in this genre. And that's what game developers need to do. I mean, you gotta own it. You gotta own it. You can't just make a game and then be like, oh, it's okay, it's all right, it's good enough. No, you gotta own it. It's the entertainment business. You gotta come out on stage swinging. You gotta punch people in the face. Come on, you gotta own it. Take it. It's like boxing or anything else. You don't go in against the champion and just put on a good fight, say, oh, I did my best. No, you go in there and you knock that punk out. That's what you gotta do. You're stepping up on the biggest stage of the world. You gotta own it. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but you know, I think you kind of do, though. You know, I'm just saying, like, you can't go in there and you can't ask for permission, or like, you know, or you go in there, you're walking around, you're like, oh, you know, I'm okay, I kind of deserve to beat. What I mean is when you own it, you own it. You go in there and you take it like it's yours. You know? That game developers need, but you got to make good games too. You got to make good games. You don't care about the size of your studio or what you're doing. You do the best game that you can possibly do, and you get out there and you take it. You take it. There's a lot of little people in the world, but you got to go up there and you go up there and you grab it and you take it. It's yours. Got to have that confidence. Got to earn it though. Takes a lot of hard work. All right. We're gonna wrap this one up. I'm not even talking about the game anymore. Sounds more like some motivational speech, but this game is punching me in the face, man. And that's what I need. I need a game to just, I mean, that's, I want to say some stuff, but I'm probably not gonna want to say it in my video, but you know, like, I know, I'm not a girl, but if there's any women out there that are like, when you're with a man and you're like, well, he's not doing anything wrong, but he's playing with it. He's not proud of that shit. I get that way with my games. I'm like, I don't want a game that's just playing with me. Just give me what I want. Like, pound that shit. All right, I'm sorry. I'll shut up before I get demonetized. Have a good one. Have a good night. Have a good day. Wherever you're at. Bye.